Starfighter. You have been recruited by the Star League to defend the frontier against Zur and the Kodan Armada.
Greetings, Starfighter. You have been recruited by the Star League to defend the frontier against Zur and the Kodan Armada. Welcome to Rylos. How is everybody doing this morning? Akasha, good morning, Akasha. Samantha Joe, good morning. Psycho Dwarf 9, Jedi Bill 797, Lori Roberts, Lady Mist Adiga, Outlaw, Hail Brother, Captain Trek, Josh and Rebecca, Momini. Chris Persia, hell brother. How is everybody doing this morning? What's his face, Mick whatever? Good morning, Lady Mist RR. Guys, how is everybody doing this morning? Kathia Star, good morning. Good morning, guys. Who else do we got in here? Who else do we got in here? Mark the Infinitely Tired. Sit Room, good morning. LDG Pixels. Guys, how is everybody doing this morning? So, what a week. What a week. Speaker for the Dead. Hail. Hail, Speaker for the Dead. Dave G. Sound, good morning. Good morning. If Bird was in here, I'd be like, Kablah. Kablah, Brother Bud. Kablah. How was everyone today? How's everybody doing? Man, it has been a wild week, has it not? Everybody's either got themselves locked up. Aberjam UK, good morning. Good morning, sir, and welcome. Most sir or miss, I don't know. You could go either way with Aberjam. Oh, how is everybody doing this morning? So I'm going to bring in my guest for today. We are going to talk about The Last Starfighter. Hopefully he is back from grabbing his drink. The ambassador.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Doing very well. Glad to be here, as always. This is not my first rodeo with the mad one over here. So, and to everybody in the chat, welcome. Glad y'all could be here. So many familiar faces, some new ones. Glad to meet you all. Anything, Kathia Star, Lori Roberts, Mark, the Infinitely Tired, RR, everybody that Loki is already listed off. Good to see y'all. Glad to be here. Glad to be a part of this stream this morning and wind up the week and everything.
And we've got a colonial news alert from Adiga Outlaw. Sven and Lars have been released from the hospital. Be alert and stay safe. You know, me and Adiga last night were on Supreme Heretics Battlestar Galactica thing. We were just in chat messing around, and dude, the colonial alerts were flying. Guys, if you have not seen Supreme Heretics Battlestar Galactica panel, they're covering every single episode. They're doing an episode a week, and last night was insane. The chat was insane. We were laughing. We were cutting up. They were reading our comments, things like that, you know, and it was a great time, guys. If you have not heard of Supreme Heretic, check him out. I'll pull up his channel and throw a link out. But Ambassador, tell us what we're going to be talking about today. What are we going to be talking about today?
Well, as you and I discussed last night and everything, I was like, here's two options. We can either talk about another Disney classic, The Black Hole, or we could talk Last Starfighter, and you picked Last Starfighter, which I was like, cool, right on. I was all for it. So, because
may the seven pillars of what is it? The seven pillars of Wulu be with you. Oh, Centauri, man. Centauri.
Yeah, Robert Preston. This was Robert Preston's last starring role before he passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what a job as Centauri, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And Lance Guest as Alex Rogan. And I can't remember the name of the guy who played the lizard or anything, Greg. But yeah.
Yeah, you even got the laugh down. Oh man,
Interstellar.
Interstellar.
And this, well, obviously we're not ruining anything with this movie. The Kodans were so dang ugly. They were like, they looked like a mutated version of Darth Vader and everything after he had been burnt on Mustafar. And you got the one leader with that electronic eye patch says, well, what do we do now? Now we die.
We die. Dan O'Hurley played Grig.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. My Jimmy, my cat's breath smells like Zozadan, whatever that is. And I love the one scene, one of the scenes I remember very well when the holographic head of the Starlink's father and everything, the son pops up and he's like, "You're a mighty star." They're like, "It's Zur." And then Alex Rogan goes, Zur, and I'm like, yeah, rhymes with sewer, which is where he belongs.
Hey, I just want to throw a quick hello out to Nina, Jedi and Jedi Bill 797. I'm glad you guys liked watching that last night, man. Jedi Bill was going to take off. He was like, guys, I'm tired. I'm going to take off as I was gaming. And Nina was like, hell no, you aren't, and made him stay and watch because she wanted to see it. So big hell out to you guys this morning. Thank you. I wasn't trying to throw us off topic, but
no. And to Knights of Ren 789, welcome. Glad you can be here this morning. I'm just guessing he's the host.
Although sometimes you can't tell. Sometimes you can't tell.
Well, this is if this was my channel, but it's not. It would say the ambassador wing, but it's Loki's Mornings of Mischief. You're the host. I'm just the guest.
Oh yeah, guys. I give Ambassador hell on his show. I do. I really do. Me and
you do not. You do not.
Oh crap!
Because for some reason, I'm actually able to keep you in Adega. Well, Adega's not that much of a problem. It's you that's that can be more of. I have to rein you in. I have to focus your energy more so than I have to do Adega. Adega's very, very, very mellow, very calm, very subdued, and I like that. It's like yin and yang. He's the yin. You're the okay. What's the positive? What's the negative? He's the positive. You're the negative.
I'm the negative. Of course.
Okay. You're not the negative. He's the orderly. You're the chaotic.
Yes, he is the man of order, and I am the man of chaos. Probably why we get along so well.
Oh, okay. Captain Trek says Ambassador Azozadam was sent to Earth to. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah. To assassinate him. It was Dozan.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. So.
Yeah, but dude, the game that game.
I wanted that game so hard.
That game had game. I mean, it was like not only was it a recruitment tool, a video game, it had secrets inside of it that can burn away the faces of the Xandozans. It was like Centauri went all out. The Excalibur test.
Yep.
What he did. The Excalibur test, which makes me wonder, did they show up before? Were they here like hell of a long ago? Burn a brave pod. Kapla, brother.
Well, and here's the thing. Centauri said that was supposed to be in Vegas.
Yeah. That machine was supposed to go to Vegas.
Yeah, that would have been a really good place to find a quality starfighter. Instead, you send it to a little trailer park in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, where one kid dedicates like years of his life
to beating
it. That's right. Being the best of the best.
Yeah.
Interstellar. You're right. Just man, welcome to Rylos.
Yep. Oh. Yeah, and okay. I know we kind of talked about this the other night on my Disney stream, my Disney Cult Classic stream. I know the graphics don't hold up all that well for 2020, but I still love this movie. I love it to death. I mean, the story is it engages you so much, and it sucks you in. And I'm going to say this again. I wish the game actually existed, just with upgraded graphics.
I think it does. There's a company that came out with it and it's just called Starfighter. That's all it's called is Starfighter. And
I want that game.
It's a full cab. And I look it up on YouTube. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube.
Man. But yeah, this I know. When I mentioned let's cover something good because you've all had to slog through Star Trek Picard this past week, and I'm an outsider to I like Knights of Ren 789's comment. That's actually funny. That's a good one, man. That's actually good. Last Jedi is a Disney cult classic. Yeah, it'll be 20 years from now, it'll still be hated, but people will be like, yeah, but it's good.
Did you ever notice that the Starfighter motto is the same as the Dominion in Star Trek, victory or death? That's what they get up and they chant after the speech, all the Starfighters.
Oh, and Alex is like, get me the heck out of here.
Yeah, get me the hell out of here.
Get me the heck out of here. And Sensori actually takes him back to Earth. But the thing is, the Alpha unit and everything that's there with him that's mimicking him is like, you've got to go back. You got to go up there. At least you have a fighting chance in a gun star.
Yeah, you don't got one here, but they're coming for you.
Yeah. And I that ship, the design of that ship is actually a really cool one and everything. It's something that you don't see very often. And it's like a space age version of an F-14. If you remember the F-14 Tomcat.
Oh, dude, who could forget the F-14 Tomcat?
Okay. We're talking Last Starfighter, not Top Gun.
Not Top Gun. Demonetized immediately. Yeah, Will Wheaton. Mark Anthony Tyre just brought that up. Will Wheaton has a bit part in it. He's Lewis's friend.
Yeah. Is he Alex's brother?
No, he's Alex's friend. He's like the little kid that's running around with Lewis.
Oh yeah. Well, Lewis is is Alex's brother.
Yeah.
And the little brother's a little bit of a perv.
Oh yeah. Like, you like that slime? I'm famous. I'm like, damn, dude. Get out of my Playboys, Lewis. Oh crap. Demonetized immediately.
Actually, no, it's Alex tells Lewis, I'll tell Mom about your Playboys.
Yeah. Yolanda, baby. Oh man.
Oh, and Amber Jam UK, Death Blossom is the greatest weapon in sci-fi history.
Dude, speaking of I know we blew right off the topic of that, but okay, if you look at the way ships work in Star Trek, if you look at the way they work in Star Wars, then you look at Last Starfighter and you take Last Starfighter and you put it next to Battlestar, the ship movement is similar. When those side thrusters kick on and you see it like swivel out to the side, that's space physics. That's how shit moves. It doesn't move in a straight line 90% of the time. If you kick out, you're going to go that way and you're going to keep going that way. So when you see them like flip the Viper upside down and into reverse and they shoot behind and then flip back over, that's the way space works, guys. Once you're going one direction, you will keep going that direction unless you hit something or you start using thrust to change your direction. And that's the way it works in the Last Starfighter too. You get little glimpses of that when the ship kicks out. When Death Blossom, when it's sitting there spinning end over end.
Yep.
The experience. Yeah, Samantha Joe, the experience. Yes.
And this movie really amazes me because 20 or 30 some odd years on, and you're wishing, why didn't they ever do a sequel? And then you realize, well, it didn't do that well at the box office, unfortunately, which sucks. Because I will love to see what they done with the sequel, because they set it up for a sequel. And I'm thinking, what could they have done? Last Starfighter 2. I'm just like, dang it, such a missed opportunity. But unfortunately, it's been too long, and I doubt if anybody would want to do it. And I don't want them to do a reboot of this movie. It's fine as is.
Well, last I heard, that's what they were going to do with the girl. I saw the poster for it. It had the girl on it, and it was the girl that played what's his name's sister in Game of Thrones. The salt people, or whatever the hell they were called. I can't remember. He's the guy it's the sister of the guy that got his wiener chopped off. She was.
What are you talking about, Lord Varys?
I don't know. He's the guy that lived with the Starks, and what's that guy's name? Yeah. Anyway, it's his sister. He lived with the Starks.
Okay.
The Starks. It's his sister in the show, but he gets his wiener chopped off, and yeah. Anyway, it was going to be her, and there's even like a poster, and there was like a little clip of a test they did, and I was just like, okay, no, you can't just start it all over. You can't just reboot from. We got to find out what happened to Alex.
Theon Greyjoy.
Yes, Theon Greyjoy.
It just came up in the chat.
Theon Greyjoy. Yes, that's what I was talking about. It's his sister that was in the little clip that I saw. And it's just, you can't reboot like that. We have to find out what happened to Alex and Maggie. We have to find out what happened to Alex and Maggie.
Yeah.
You can't just start over and reboot and not let us know what the hell happened to Alex and Maggie.
Well, if you remember at the end of the movie, they offer Alex the opportunity to come back and rebuild the Star League.
Yep, he's going to be the head of the Star League.
Yeah, and Maggie's going to be up there with him. And, you know, this movie, it tugs at your heartstrings and everything in a lot of ways, because you feel for Alex, because he lives in this little trailer park out in the middle of nowhere. His mom's working. He's trying to get into college, and he doesn't make it. It feels like his whole life has just been turned upside down. And then, of course, you have Centauri show up, and it's like, do you know who beat that game over there? He's like, well, yeah, I did. And
it was the greatest score anybody had ever gotten. Nobody had ever broken the machine.
Yeah, so Alex made that machine bend to his will, quite literally. That man was a gamer before being a gamer was cool.
Yeah, and this was a game movie before we really had game movies.
Yeah, honestly.
It's a movie about a video game that we had before anybody made movies about video games.
Yeah, this is almost like the proto video game movie.
Yeah.
So,
and it didn't do well in theaters.
Which I think I remember going and seeing it in theaters, and I was like, dang, this was good. But then you find out 20 or 30 years down the road, oh yeah, it was a bomb at the box office. I'm like, but I loved it.
I know. I know. 1984.
I loved it.
Maybe. No, I think the first movie I ever remember seeing in theaters is Return of the Jedi. So if I did go in theaters, I don't remember it. But I know that it was constantly on. I had the VHS. I watched it all the time. And, you know, it was one of those movies you grow up with. I wouldn't be sitting here quoting Centauri, you know, welcome to Rylos, my boy.
Yeah.
The salesman, used car salesman that recruited starfighters.
Yeah, essentially. And I'll say I love Centauri's car. I love that car.
Yeah, dude. Before the DeLorean and before the DeLorean and Back to the Future, this was the coolest metal-like car, shiny metal car you'd ever seen. The doors were wing doors. It flew. It fucking transformed into a spaceship.
Yep.
Coolest shit ever. And when he goes by that cop, dude, and that speed limit sign is jerking back and forth, and it's like
yeah, I know.
20 miles.
Well, it's and that's kind of like that scene from that one of those scenes from Close Encounters of the Third Kind when the cops are chasing the UFOs, and it just goes, and they go, and some of the cops actually go off the cliff. Now they survive, they're fine, and everything. But yeah, that scene where Centauri's just blasting through, and to the chat and everything, to Dave Bob, welcome, sir. Glad you could tune in this morning.
Indeed, I missed you there, brother. My chat's being slow this morning. I'm having difficulties. You know, it took me like 30 minutes to get on last night and stream that damn thing because nothing would connect. I had to reset everything in the damn house to get that damn thing to stream that game last night. Damn. YouTube's got issues. You hear me, guys? Hello. Is anybody home? No, you sent them all home. Shit.
Yeah, I hear you. I totally do. But yeah, one of the other interesting things about this movie, it sets up the idea of an interstellar space force, which you don't really have in anything in sci-fi all that much. But this is not a exploration type of thing like with Star Trek. It's more of a
yeah, you ain't kidding either. You ain't kidding.
That's a good one. That's very good.
LDG pixel porn traffic is up 300%.
Oh, good grief! Bunch of pervs in the chat. Shame on you. Hang your heads in shame, all of you. But no, this is the first time we actually have a militaristic space organization, anything in cinema, anything in any type of. Yeah, but Dave Bob Novacore, you can make the argument and everything, but that wasn't until much later and everything with the MCU with Guardians of the Galaxy. But, you know, in any type of sci-fi up until this point, a peacekeeping force of any kind. I dig it, you're killing me. I dig it, you're killing me, man. You're killing me, man.
He's channeling Richard Gere right now. He's channeling Richard Gere. Our good friend.
Better on the wheel than up.
Better on the wheel than up.
Yeah. But
and Earth is banned. Earth is not. This is a no-no. Like you're saying, there's this big Star League, but Earth is like annexed to the don't go zone because we haven't advanced enough yet.
Yeah, too primitive.
Too primitive. And Centauri gets his ass chewed for bringing in Alex. Because it's a no world.
Yeah, and well, Alex is very much an outsider with all of this and everything. He doesn't know about Zur except from the game and everything. And
Zur, he's like Zur, looking up in the stars. Zur, like
yeah,
rhymes with
Zur rhymes with sewer, as I said earlier. That's always, anytime I watch that movie and they go, Zur, and Alex is like, Zur, and I'm like, yeah, it rhymes with sewer. Zur, the sewer dweller. And all of his little, and I love how the fact that the Kodan commander, I can't remember his name, he just owns Zur in practically every scene that he's in. You may hold the scepter, but you don't rule the galaxy yet.
Norman Snow played Zur.
Well, what a little craphead. I'm being polite because it's early in the morning and I don't feel like cussing, and I don't cuss, as most people know anyway. But yeah, I'll say the villains in this movie were actually really good. And I think they're memorable, they're menacing, but at the same time, Zur was kind of a putz.
Yeah,
he really was.
It's like the spoiled little kid that didn't get his way, so he's going to use the Kodan to kill all people and take over their shit.
Oh, and Captain Track, thank you. Appreciate that link very much.
What do you throw out there?
He's like,
I got it. It takes a minute.
No, it's okay. Yeah, free reversion of Last Starfighter game, Rogues. Okay, I'll check that out later. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Trek.
Yeah, Captain Trek, you are a You're a great wrench, my friend. Good job. But yeah, I love the Kodan. I love the design of their ships, and I I love the overall aesthetic of their technology and everything. It's very hive mindish. It's like it's sort of Borgish, if that's such a word. I just made up a word. It's Borgish because they're all connected to the command ship, and if they can get through all of the if they can get through all the fighters and destroy the command ship, then poof, they've got it. But
well, they weren't the first ones to do that either. I'm a huge Orson Scott Card fan. And his Last Starfighter, there was a little known gem of a book called
Ender's Game.
And that the exact same thing. The fleet that they're fighting, the alien fleet, surrounds the mothership. And if you can get to the mothership and take out the mothership, that's it. They're all going to basically just shut down and die.
Pretty much. Yep. But yeah. And I can relate to Alex and everything on a lot of levels because he's an outsider to all of this. He doesn't know what's going on. He's just from a little backwater planet, according to Greg and Centaurian, the leaders of the Star League.
Banner of Fire, I do as well. Once a year, if not twice a year, I go on that journey with Alex Rogan.
Yeah. And he goes from being a little know-nothing on Earth to being the savior of practice. Okay, I'm going to draw a parallel here, and it's something that you'll get. Alex saved every last one of us. Just like another superhero. Just like Flash.
Oh.
Man, could you see that as a crossover?
Oh, dude, it'd be awesome. Chris, you never read the book, brother. I know. Pick up the book and read the book. I understand the movie wasn't that great, but pick up the book by Orson Scott Card.
Yeah, the book is awesome.
The book is fucking awesome.
Yeah, they should have done that. They should have done the first movie as a two-parter instead of as a one-parter. Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah,
because I think they tried to cram too much and they left too much out. Because I remember reading Ender's Game as a kid in junior high. I was like, dang, this is so good. And I'm like, so. But yeah, could you imagine a crossover between Last Starfighter and Flash Gordon? Dang, that'd be cool as hell.
That'd be cool as hell. That would be cool as hell. Both from Earth, both taken out of their element and thrown into the thick of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. And man, my mind just exploded with like a million different ideas for how fan fiction of Flash Gordon and the Last Starfighter would go. Dang, that'd be a fun fan fiction to write. Like,
you read the book in the 10th grade.
Wow. I think I was in like 7th or 8th grade when I read Ender's Game, and I was like, dang, this is so good. When I was in junior high or middle school or whatever you want to call it, they would have book fairs. And you could go buy books for cheap.
Yep.
And it was a book, everything. I picked that up, and I picked up another one. It was actually a Star Trek TNG book called Vendetta. Such a good book, and I think you can still find it on Amazon. I don't want to sidetrack us Major League, but if you want a good Star Trek story, Star Trek TNG story, this is a good one because it actually links Doomsday Machine from TSO and TNG. So, and basically what happens is you discover that the Doomsday Machines were built by this race that was actually conquered by the Borg. And basically the Doomsday Machines were anti-Borg destroyers. Essentially. And it is so dang cool.
That sounds cool. That sounds
absolutely
cool.
Yeah,
Orson Scott Card is not a wacko.
No, he isn't. He's a genius. I think. So,
yeah, that explains it. Okay, now I understand. It was his only entertainment in school suspension. So we read it in school suspension.
Gotcha. I gotcha. But yeah, this kind of getting back on track here. Much like Flash, Last Starfighter is very much a fish out of water story, which I think was resonated with a lot of people back in the day and still does even now. Because if you think about all the different like sci-fi or fantasy or just action movies that have come out in the 80s and 90s and even in the 2000s, a lot of them are fish out of water stories, and people resonate with them because we all kind of put ourselves in a position. How would I react to X and these people that are in these stories, like Flash Gordon, like Alex Rogan, like John McClane? They're all out of their element, manner of speaking, because well, I don't want to get off on a sidetrack, but imagine growing up in a trailer park in the middle of nowhere squared. You play this video game and play this video game until you beat it. And it sends off this signal off into the vast expanse of space. And you got this guy who shows up in this very, I think, very cool looking automobile and says, "Do you know who beat that Starfighter? Or who beat that game?" He's like, "Yeah, I did." He's like, "Okay, good. Come on, get in the car." And you're whisked off into the stars and you're like, what the heck is going on here? And you get plunked down the middle of this interstellar conflict. And you find out that all this stuff on this game was actually true. And you're like, what the heck is going on here? Yeah, Fender of Fire.
The Star League's protected by the Frontier. And the Frontier's like a giant energy shield, I guess, or like a minefield. And
yeah, something. And basically, what happens is Zor gives the Kodan the means to break down the Frontier, and then of course you've got the Kodan and everything who destroy the majority of the starbase. They're on, I think it's Rylos or a moon orbiting Rylos.
It's Rylos.
And they're like, "Is it Rylos proper?" Yeah. Okay. And you're like, they bring Alex back, and Alex looks at everything, and he's like, and Greg's like, "Our crap got busted. Our crap got so busted. We're so screwed." It's like Hudson from Aliens. Game over, man. Game over. We're so screwed,
man. We're fucked, man. Oh,
we're so boned. We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die, man. We're fucked.
And you know, and moment when Alex is in the ship and everything with Greg, and Greg's like, "I'll drop you off on Earth, and then I'll just go off and I'll try and defeat the Kodan on my own." And Alex is like, he realizes eventually the Kodan and Zur are going to get to Earth, and they will completely rimwreck Earth. So, Last Starfighter versus, I'm guessing he's talking Millennium Falcon. Millennium Falcon. I will say Millennium Falcon 9 times out of 10. So
yeah, dude, I gotta go with the Falcon. The quad cannons on top and the belly gun. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, that's Alex's fight or flight mode moment. He can either run or he can fight, and he decides to stay and fight. He decides to stay and fight. He decides to do the right thing. And obviously, ultimately, they defeat the Kodan. They think they kill Zur, but unfortunately, we find out he escapes before the ship blows up. And you're like, little crapper.
Yeah, and they left that open. They so left that open for more, and we never got it. We never got it. And I would love to see that. You know what, I guys, honestly, I don't care. I do not care if they use a guy or a girl in the sequel. If Alex shows up in Centauri's fucking car and is like, "Greetings, Starfighter," and they're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And Alex is now like Centauri going out and recruiting. I would totally be like, "Hell yeah, bring it on!" Alex is going out and recruiting at the end, and I'm giving him ideas here. This is a pretty fucking idea, Hollywood. At the end, he's like Griggs. He's in the back seat, and whoever his protege is the one kicking ass in the seat. And he's the one rewiring shit, trying to get Death Blossom back online. You know, imagine this. Imagine if they had all new Starfighters, right?
Oh man,
all this shit. And the whoever he recruits is like, screw it, I'm not doing this. So he takes them back. The same shit happens, and there's all the new shit gets destroyed, and his old Gunstar is the only ship left, the one with Death Blossom on it. And that's the ship him and his recruit have to go out and use. And dude, that people would eat that shit up.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you're essentially rehashing the storyline of the original. I would tweak it, but
use the ship. Have the rest of them in something else. Have a big ass battle with more than one ship. You're right, but have him in the old Gunstar with his new kid. His new hotshot fighter.
Yeah, it could be something that's tweaked. We can work on it.
Noki, you're high. I think Adiga meant you're hired. I'm hitted, but I think he meant you're hired.
Yeah, I think he meant to say hired.
That would blow people's minds. Honor the original and make something new. I would not care if the character was a girl, a boy. I don't give a shit. I don't. It would work as long as you honor the original movie. I want to know what happened to Alex and Maggie. I want to know if any kids. I want to know, what Alex went and did. You don't have to make the whole movie about Alex, but as long as we find out what Alex did and how she happened after, man, I'd pay to go see it multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, they did leave this movie very much open for a sequel, but unfortunately, like we've mentioned, it didn't do well enough at the box office to warrant a sequel. So, but there is potential there. If somebody wanted to go back and revisit this universe, heck, do it as a TV show, or do it as a Netflix or something exclusive. I don't care. Yeah, but somebody go back and Speaker that mentioned this earlier. I caught that. Yeah, he's a reluctant hero. Yeah, absolutely. And that's a story that anybody can resonate with, because Alex is the everyman. He's seemingly no one special, but at the same time, he is thrust into extraordinary events that are beyond his frame of reference. But at the same time, he's able to adapt. He's able to learn on his feet. He's able to realize his own abilities. And it works so well because the movie knows what it is, accepts what it is, realizes the time that it's coming out in. But the amazing thing is, I think the movie has been transferred from every known medium since VHS. It's on VHS, obviously. It got transferred to Blu-ray, to DVD, and I think it's even been transferred to Blu-ray at this point.
Yeah, I've got it on Blu-ray. Okay. And you can pick it up cheap, like $5 at Walmart.
Yeah. But the movie still resonates with people. It's something that you can sit down with your kids and say, hey, this is what I watched when I was your age, and this is who inspired me as a young person and everything. And just like, I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. I do. Yeah, or have a payoff with the legacy character, but don't pull a Luke. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
That's what I was just talking about. Was don't insult us. Don't insult Alex. Don't insult Alex. What Alex did. Yeah. Don't say Alex really didn't do anything or wasted his life or any bullshit like that. You don't have to have him as the leader. You don't have to have him as the ruler of Rylos. You don't have to put him on.
Well, he was all they were doing was bring him in to rebuild the Star League to bring in new recruits, essentially. And obviously you had Centauri and everything. He's like, no, I didn't die. I just was, my body went to a hibernation state so I could regenerate and I could heal myself.
Yep.
Essentially.
And all you got to do is have him recruiting. You don't even have to have him teaching if you don't want to. You could have instructors, but have him recruiting the starfighters. And when they're like, why are you not, if you're this big guy, why are you not doing all this and leading us into battle? And it could be because Maggie died or something. Something is keeping him grounded. He's got a kid, something. And at the last minute, he's like, F it, I'll go with you and be your circuit board fixer guy, whatever Grig did. Still keep the new person the hero of the story, but have Alex there helping and respect what came before it. That's all we ask.
Yeah, and Psycho Dragon Bro 91, he brings up a great quote from the movie. Anything you see something worth holding on to, you grab it with both hands and hold on tightly. Right. I think it's one of the custodians or whatever there at the trailer park that says that to Alex. And Psycho Dwarf Die, he brings up a good point, or they bring up a good point. His kids can't fly, but are genius engineers. They need another pilot. Yeah, that could work too.
Otis. Otis.
Yeah, Otis. Yeah. Otis.
Grab it with both hands and hold
on tight. Yep.
Alex will be a broken drunk, lost his girlfriend to political ideals, goes back to Earth to recruit his brother, who's now a soy boy who identifies as a tree. I pray you're wrong. But man, I don't, dude. I'm hoping that this whole thing going on right now, I won't say the name of it, is gonna kick Hollywood in the ass a little bit and be like, well, we can't just shit money down the toilet anymore, guys. We gotta be smart.
And they've got to start thinking outside the box. Look, I don't mind MCU movies. I don't even mind DC EU movies and everything. But start giving people something different. That everything doesn't have to be a franchise. Everything doesn't have to be a saga. Everything doesn't have to be a series. You can have good one-off movies that become classics or 10 or 15 or 20 years down the road that people love. It's time for Hollywood to start entertaining us again, rather than shoving a bunch of political and social commentary down our throats through movies. Just entertain. Just entertain. It's not that hard.
When I went and saw Avengers, the first Avengers, guys, I was burdened with glorious purpose.
Oh man, that movie. The crazy thing was I didn't get to see the first Avengers in theaters and everything. I got to watch it on DVD, but I had a decent sized TV, so I was lucky on that.
I don't want to see
it. I was like,
I'm done. I'm done. It's like, back then I was like, I've got to see this. This is the biggest superhero event of the century. And now I'm like,
Well, I'll say this. Infinity War and Endgame, they'll never top it. It's impossible for them to top it. Now, do I want to see the MCU continue? Yeah. But give us good stuff.
Yeah.
Give us new and different stuff. And I think what they're going to be coming out with, Guardians Volume 3, I think stuff like that, because they're getting away from the more, and Doctor Strange too, they're getting away from the more normal superhero comics and stories and everything. They're starting to go more cosmic or more mystical heroes and everything. Because the Eternals are not earthbound heroes. They're actually out. And they're in our same solar system, at least in the comic books they are. And I am excited to see the more cosmic and the more mystical side of the MCU.
Dude, I am interested in Strange. That is I think the one thing. Does the idea of Thor Ragnarok? Do I want to see Loki again? Of course I do, guys. I'm a.
You mean Thor: Love and Thunder?
Yeah. Did I say Ragnarok? I bet I did, didn't I?
You did.
Love and Thunder, yes. Am I interested? I am a little bit because I'm curious if Loki's going to be in there. If he's not, I'm not going to go see it. But as far as Doctor Strange goes, that is the one thing I think has really got my attention. I saw the preview for WandaVision and I was like,
I'm not interested, but that's just me. I'll give it a shot because we have Disney Plus, so I'll give the MCU shows a shot. I will. If I don't like them, I won't watch. If I like it, I'll watch. Simple as that.
Yeah, the blonde girl they've got planned for Loki, they picked her specifically because of her cheekbones. It has nothing to do with her acting skills or anything like that. It's just she's had one 2-minute part in the last 5 years. So they didn't pick her because she's like a badass actress. They picked her because she has great cheekbones.
Yeah. It was kind of with Benedict Cumberbatch. They picked him because of his look for Star Trek Into Darkness, but he's turned out to be a really good actor.
Yeah.
He has. He's turned out to he's a very good actor. So,
well, I've liked him. Cumberbatch. I've liked him for a long time.
Yeah, because he was in Sherlock, I think it was called.
Yep.
And I've seen episodes of that, and it's really good. I mean, so
he did the voice for Smaug in The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Dragon. And he very wonderful voice actor. And
yes, he
they
is.
said Strange. I said, dude, Marvel did it again. They got Downey Jr. to play Iron Man, Tony Stark. He looks just like Tony Stark. He acts just like Tony Stark. And then you got Cumberbatch playing Strange. And I'm like, dude, they did it again. They nailed it out of the park again as far as casting goes.
Yep. Because, for those characters, you already knew how they looked, so you just had to find actors that were a good approximation. And if there need to be like hair growth or anything like that for like a beard or whatever, the actors could go and do that. Robert Downey and Benedict Cumberbatch, they both did it, and they both carry off the look very well.
Yeah,
so
they do, and you get into Chris Hemsworth and
all of them.
Tom Hiddleston, they all look, man. When they got ScarJo to play Black Widow, I was like, holy shit! It's their casting choices have been stellar. I mean, just A grade, perfect casting. Oh shit! Oh shit! We have an intruder! Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Raise the walls! Team Brown is the way in the stream of the galactic peaceful gray. So say we all, Mexican Iron Man.
So say we all, peace. Iron Man, good to see you, sir.
Oh man, welcome, Mexican Iron Man.
Yeah. Well,
final thoughts, brother. Let's close.
I say, plug the channel. My final thoughts on the movie: go watch it. Simple. Everybody's locked down right now. Go watch it. Go watch Last Starfighter. Show it to your kids if they have never seen it. Show it to your grandkids if you have grandkids if they've never seen it. Two thumbs massively way up for Last Starfighter. Go watch it. Please.
That link I just threw out is the Ambassador's channel. He's got some really good content. He does a really good movie reviews on Saturdays, guys. This guy's not afraid to take a movie from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and completely analyze it and have a great time doing it. So if you like movie reviews, I know that I get tired. I get tired of hearing from higher up YouTubers, well, I would never do that because it's not going to get me any numbers. Well, I would never do that because I'm not going to get enough views. I would never do that because I'm not going to get enough likes. Dude, who the hell cares? If it's a good movie, do it. Period. Yeah. Same thing with this series. I've heard it over and over again. Oh, well, we won't talk about Farscape because I'll never get enough views. Dude, it's Farscape. The people that love it will come.
Yep.
The people that love you, that watch you, will come and watch you.
And they will grow out. I mean, I'm at 241 subscribers as of today. So am I in this to get monetized? Maybe someday I will get monetized, but for right now, I'm just out there. I'm here to share my love of pop culture. I'm here to have open discussion with people and everything. And if you loved something that I don't like, I'm not going to say you're an idiot. If I like something you don't like, I'm not going to say you're an idiot. And to Kathia Star, yes, Buffy and everything, because we were talking the other night and everything. I'm going to be helping Kathia with her Buffy the Vampire Slayer because I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Had a huge crush on SMG and everything back in the day. As far as my channel for this weekend, this evening, actually, me and Kathy are going to do a stream and everything. And we're going to be talking about that one of those two subjects that you're never supposed to talk about in public. And particularly with everything that's going on in the world with the virus and everything, people are dealing with a lot of uncertainty. And I think having this open and honest discussion about religious belief and everything is something that everybody can use right now. Because when the whole world is in turmoil, there's only a few places where you can really turn for some certainty and some reassurance, and that is faith. So that will be 7:30 Central tonight over on I think it's on my channel. I'll double check with Kathy. I'm pretty sure it's on my channel. And then tomorrow night, we're going to be resuming Ambassadorial Wing and everything. Oh, thank you. What's his face? Whatever. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Then tomorrow night on my channel and everything, the Ambassadorial Wing, 7:30 Central Time, we're going to be talking T1 and T2. And I think the Mischievous one's going to be joining me for that one. So be sure and tune in for that and everything. Should be a good time. I'm working on getting my panel together. I've already got one, so I got room for 4 more. So DM me at, I am on Twitter. You can DM me at Ambassador Kosh7 on Twitter and everything if you want to be on the panel. And we'll talk Terminator. So, but that's what's going on so far. And of course, next week I've got I'm going to be continuing my Babylon 5 series review with the Dega and with the Nobody Geek Jesse and everything. So, yeah.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here today. We will be back with you next week. We will be back with you later today because I'm going to play some more Resident Evil 3 today, remake. And I'm going to have some fun, guys. It was an absolute blast last night. I had a lot of fun. It was hard getting started because nothing would work last night. Of course, I get ready to do a midnight stream and it takes 30 minutes to get it going because nothing will work. So I cannot wait for that later today to finish up playing Resident Evil 3. And I'm going to play it again. I'm playing it again through hardcore because this has been a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun with you guys last night. And I'm going to be on Ambassador stream tomorrow. I will be on Orville Nation stream later tonight for again. How many times am I going to say this? One last kick at Picard. Orville asked me if PJ at the Orville Nation asked me if I'd come on his Picard panel and talk about Picard a little bit and give it one last big swift kick to the balls. So I will be doing that later today, and I'll be on Ambassador's channel Saturday, hopefully for some fun, talking about Terminator. Dun, 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 dun. I'll be back. So I'll be back on the Ambassador stream. Get to the chopper. And I will catch you guys later. Thank you, RR, Keely Chow, LEG Pixel, what's his basement, whatever. Derek McManus, Dragon Bro 91, Mexican. Iron Man, my Mexican brother from another mother. Samantha Joe, Jedi Bill 797, probably said that already. RR, Psychodorf 9, Mark the Infinitely Tired, Chris Persia, Josh and Rebecca, Momini, not my Momini, folks. Oh, Mark the Infinitely Tired, Rambling Canuck, Speaker for the Dead. Guys, thank you so much. Akasha, Samantha Joe,
Adega
Outlaw. I can't be forgetting my brother from another mother, my other brother from another mother. Guys, the Aberjam UK, thank you guys so very much. And we will catch
Yes.
you later. Everybody, stay safe, stay cool, and have a great weekend.
So say we all.
So say we all.